Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. I'm disappointed. How is this acceptable? Now, this is not the first time I've seen it. I've seen it in other places, but it's just like these just random glitches in like imperfections in the UI. Like, how is that acceptable? I mean, this is obviously a stretch texture. I don't know why I'm bringing it up right now, but it's just frustrating. Anyway, what's up, Planeswalkers? Theric 6 back with more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're playing some Death and Taxes. I have D&D recording today, so I believe I'll be streaming tomorrow, which is Sunday. Yes. We got 4 Esper Sentinels. It's a cool card, taxes things. Giant Killer, kills things, taps things. Selfless Savior, stops things from getting killed. 3 Fateful Absence, it just removes things, which is fantastic. Sure, it gives them a little clue token. I don't care. We got 3 Intrepid Adversaries because this card is stupid strong. 3 Luminarch Ascension, it's Aspirant, not Ascension. It's similar to Adversary, but different. Same but different. 3 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Very strong card. First strike. Forces our opponents to get taxed. It's great. We're the IRS today. 3 Archon of Emeria. Makes it so that everyone has to, play by the rules, 1 spell per turn. Totally in the original rules, by the way. And then, non-basis our opponents play, they come in tapped because our opponents suck. We got 3 Blade Splicers. These Splicers are things that just come in with a great amount of power. The fact that we'll have multiple instances of first strike is also pretty sick. 3 Elite Spellbinders. It flies, it takes one of their cards, and it makes it go bye-bye for a few turns. Very, very strong, very helpful card. We got 3 Ranger-Captain of Eos. Comes in, gets one of our 1-drops, so essentially it's a good old-fashioned 2-for-1. Could technically be even more, just because of the fact that we could potentially blink it, and also we can sack it to make it so our opponent has a bad time. 2 main deck Skyclave Apparition. It's removal, however, it is technically limited. The fact that it's a creature is good, so we do have a weird 3-2 split, whatever. 3 Restoration Angels to just flicker things that like to be bounced. I mean, this doesn't like to be bounced, but like these things, and then you can like reset an early adversary. Like if you have to play this on turn 2 and it never ends up dying, you can, like if you have the mana, you flicker it and you pay 2 or 4 for it, whatever, later in the game. It's pretty nice. Also, it's a flash threat against counter spells. It's pretty nice. We got 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons. Pretty cool. Turns into a 3/4, which is pretty cool. And we got 2 Blinkmoth Nexus. These can attack in for 1, but really cheap. When you put counters on them, this is a really, really easy card to inflate the power of. It's just nice. We got 2 Authority of the Consuls. Big decks scare me. 1 Grafdigger's Cage. Call this company and nonsense like that. 1 Rest in Peace, that graveyard stuff. 1 Weathered Runestone, once again, that grave stuff, but also that casting spells from your library. Get that out of my face. 2 Reidanes, helpful against the snow decks. We all know those don't exist. We also have help against, control. Or we can bring it in as Valkmira, essentially help against any decks that like to be hitting us for essentially 1 or 2 damage at a time. 2 Paladin Class, if we want our opponents stop casting spells on my turn. 2 Drannith Magistrates, if we want to have our opponents stop casting spells from anywhere but your hand. 1 Sungold Sentinel, because that graveyard stuff, an additional Thalia, because you casting spells, and 2 Skyclave Apparition, because you playing creatures. It's not just creatures, I guess, it's like any annoying permanent CMC, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we're ranked, let's go into here. The imported deck was for the event. I never make decks for these events. I just go on MTG Arena Zone, not sponsored, and I just look at the decks that they have, and I'm like, hey, this one seems interesting, and I play it. Shout out to MTG Arena Zone. And something like that. I'm not sponsored. If I was sponsored, I would do it properly, but I'm not, so I don't care. Playing against Juzam Jin here. 1 land, you don't love to see it, so we're going to mulligan it. This hand is a lot better. We can keep the cave, I suppose. We got to turn 1, turn 3, turn 4. It's actually a pretty nice spot here. We're going to go ahead and keep it. We are going second. Not the best, but not the worst. Incredibly rude. The Thoughtseize early is going to really hurt us. Looks like our opponent is going to take the Blade Splicer. Yep, makes sense. Very strong, powerful card. And, it obviously can get some great use from our Restoration Angel. So, the fact that our opponent knows what we're doing, not great. They appear to be on mono black. Possibly mid-range, who knows. Now, I could just murder this. Do I want to? I think I'll attack. The reason I'm attacking here is because I didn't think that they would want to take it. Now, the question is, do I Fateful Absence now on my turn? I don't think the answer is yes. I think we just passed the turn here, and we're kind of fine with that. I put a land on the bottom. Yes, I did. Why am I speaking like this? I find it funny. I'll take the 2 here, see what they want to do here, and I'm sorry, I'll stop talking like that. Inquisition is incredibly rude. Sure. They can take my absence if they want to. Where you can always find me. We'll have Halloween on Christmas. And in the night, we'll wish this never end. What the dude? 2 in the top 9? What is this, man? What the dude? God. I might as well play the Adversary, to be honest. We pass turn. If I want to, I could theoretically sack this, like double block, sack the Savior, gain 3, kill one of their dudes. It's not a terrible idea. It's obviously like pretty bad if they have any kind of removal. To kill my adversary in response. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I have no other line here. Double, yeah, like discard me into sleeve is not what I love to see. Obliterator, that's great. Okay, they're playing mono black. Do I have anything here? We bring in the more Skyclaves. I take 5 here. Some of you might be asking, like, why not block and then flicker it? It has trample, so it wouldn't really help. Yeah, okay, they're straight up playing mono black. Three of them in the top 13. I need... Spellbinder is not what I needed. I'm fairly certain that I can't race this. Is it worth it to attack with my adversary as well? Honestly, I think it is. I'm not double blocking with it. I'm not blocking the Obliterator with it, so... Yeah, I think that's fine. I slightly decrease their clock. I'm also able to gain some life. What would be great here? I mean, I guess just another adversary. Because this time I can punch it. A giant killer would be great, actually. Or, actually, card to get giant killer. This does drain me, which I did forget about. This also drains me, which is not great. Which makes the math a lot different, which is awkward. Take 7, go to 6. I can hit... Okay. That's interesting. I think I have to block that. I'm technically not dead. but I'm not winning. Okay, we definitely bring in Skyclave Apparitions. They have Agadim, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to bring in like Rest in Peace. I think I do want Authority. I don't think Thalia is actually what I need in this matchup. Same with Esper Sentinel. Should I get rid of a second Esper Sentinel? Creature spells, Snowlands. They weren't playing Snowlands, no. Only they were. I guess helps anywhere. Esper Sentinel. I guess I'm going first, so Esper Sentinel slightly better. Sure, I'll do this. Mono black. Devotion, specifically. Not exactly something I expected. I play Sentinel first, because Sentinel potentially allows me to draw a card if they want to turn 1 discard me. Turn 2, I can double up. Nope, they do that instead, which makes me super sad. Do I still want to double up? Would I rather Adversary? I kept a 2-lander. I don't know how wise that was. If they attack with a knight, I might legitimately double block. So here they might just Thought Seize me. No. Coward. Shoot. I really, really hope that they turned the Acolyte into the Obliterator, because it's not an Obliterator. It's a Negator, I think? I think it's a Negator. This gets... Jeez. I should have did that one. I did expect to get another land by then. Just gonna move on to the next one and pretend that didn't happen. By the way, you might be wondering why I'm not playing Death and Taxes with artifacts. Hey, Better Skull. With equipment, it's just because I didn't like the build I was looking at. I didn't vibe with it. I mean, this is a much better hand. I blame the planes. I specifically chose these planes. Damnation sleeves. I'm just so sad because, like, the borders on these sleeves are awful, and they really could use an update. obviously goes on the Sentinel. Not only do we get in for more damage, it's more likely that we'll be able to get a card off of my opponent. What the fuck is my opponent playing? I think I'm gonna go Sentinel Thalia. Play something for 2 mana. We don't have Pyroclasm, right? I don't think we have Pyroclasm. I might just get a Ranger-Captain next turn. So that they can't cast anything. So they're playing all 5 colors. I see. Oh, okay, Kavus have 4 arms. I was looking at this card and was like, why would it have 3 arms? I thought Kavus had like 4. Thanks for the card draw. I'm sad she's dead. Attack me, coward. Damn it, my opponent's not stupid. Let's keep making Thalia bigger until she can attack. I see. Is unfortunate. I can just lightning strike my Thalia, or lightning helix it, excuse me. I assume I'm gonna discard a cup. Oh. White, blue, black, red, green. I've never felt more hatred in my life. Should I have been more aggressive? Like, my creatures would have just been whittled down by the Kavu. I don't know, man. For what it's worth, I should have realized this was a Niv Mizzet deck a long time ago. Bot Rager. Fuck Fuck off. Ugh. It doesn't really help me. I guess I can double block. Then they cast Vanishing first. And I'm boned. The reason not to play Archon there is because, like, they just Vanishing burst my Archon. And they probably have something else. Oh, right. I forgot the fact that they have enough mana to just cast that. Death and Taxes not doing too hot. Not doing too hot at all. Bruh. Guess? What the fuck do we even take out? Yeah. Dude, whatever. I have no idea. Bad matches. Bad matches. I should be playing Azorius. I do think Azorius is the best version. Oh right, I forgot I can blow these up. Okay, I do not need any more lands for the rest of the game. Is that all of it? I think that's all of it. Did you know? I don't remember if you have to hit the wall or the lava. Oh yeah, you can make a lava demon that my face is covering. You can make a lava demon come out. Shut up. I'm not touching you, you dumb dragon. Lame ass, territorial ass, Kavu ass. I can't do both. It's fine. My opponent's just gonna wipe my board with the Deafening Current they have in their... Right. Of course they have it! Why wouldn't they? Deck, what did I say about lands, dude? Now they're just gonna play Niv Mizzet. just gonna try and smork my opponent and hope it works out. Ton of ways that it doesn't work out. But two Clarions in the top 15. There's no way they have a third. I think I still have to hit the Aspirant. Well, I can put them to 6. They only have 5 cards in hand and a card in the bank. And this deck has to die to normal. I guess not when you're running. Winner, you fucking gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay. I thought for a hot second, I thought that was a Deafening Clarion. You can kind of see, like, the blue-looking thing here. So you're telling me, to my face, that my opponent had 3 of their fucking Clarions. Just punch this a couple times. Of course, it's not enough to save it from Lightning Helix or anything like that, but you don't have. Maybe I'll just get a Cave of the Frost Dragon in time to murder my opponent? I doubt it. But it is an option. Sheesh. Let's try this one more time. A lot of people would be like, well, you should totally just add more, like, creature lands. If I did that, I would only draw them at the most inopportune time. I'm certain of it. If this person is not playing control, they are a liar. I'm keeping this hand. If my opponent is not playing control, they are a disgusting liar, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Speaking of creature lands... Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits loop a loop. Okay. I assume that was a control player? Unless they're giving me the real pump fake. This kills Planeswalkers, so I would get rid of that. I guess they just kept a bad opener? Also good. How could you? Shouldn't we gonna take the Thalia? Like, sure, I can play Esper Sentinel on turn 1, but I think taking the Thalia here is just generally going to be stronger in the long run. I guess if they have another discard spell, that's fine. Or a counter spell. But I don't know that they're on blue. We know that they're on black. Green? They're on Abzan? Really? I would like to draw land. They're on Abzan. Spellbinder makes sense. That or the Archon. Well, luckily, we won game 1. Alright, we're both garbage players, I guess. Only had a land. That would be great. Kaya is definitely annoying.
I faced undead horrors. This is child's play. I'm really good at banishing things.
Make it a little harder for my opponent to do stuff. Ah! Planeswalkers.
I only pick targets that interest me. Lucky you.
You're not welcome here anymore.
Yep, just straight up Planeswalkers. Discard removal and Planeswalkers. It's fair.
Everyone is expendable.
Was that dear to you? Now it's dearly departed.
I won't forgive this.
I think the correct decision is just to hold up Resto Angel. My opponent knows about it, but like, I think that's just what I have to do. That's 5.
Feel the pain of every outcast thing.
Sus. They can't even make an Arden Veil thing.
had guild business to attend to anyway.
Trying to figure out what cards I want to play here. To play around board wipes, essentially. I guess I could just sack the Ranger-Captain on upkeep. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Do you have a creature? Well, that's awkward. He wipes the board. Didn't wipe the board.
New job, new life, new opportunities.
Oh, greatest power, you said.
Well, darn. Looks like you.
I thought it was
figured
greatest.
out.
I've always thought that was the greatest mana value. I guess I could just play a Blade Splicer to have another creature. 3. Blade Splicer. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh, right, they survive now! I'm so stupid. I forgot they survived thanks to that. Dude, I feel hella dumb, dude. Praise be to the Paladin Class. Now they have a real board wipe. I can save things. They do have an Ardent Veil. I'm gonna do this, wait for one more land before I play the adversary. This is other creatures, so he actually doesn't have access to the Ardent Veil, really. So we could deal... You know what? We'll do it like this. Alright, you're at 6. I honestly, mad respect to my opponent's deck. I love the Karavik. Yeah, Hennies. I don't think that'll kill either of these. Because all that stuff will have... Okay, I guess it does. -3. Oh, I guess it's just lethal here. I had no reason to play Adversary. You know, I'm not gonna throw BM to my opponent, especially since like I really did like their deck. Yeah, I mean, I really did like the idea with their deck. Love the Yahenni's expertise. Love the Karavik. I assume Karavik is one of their only creatures. I will say it does clash with their Arden Veil. I'm not sure they want Arden Veil. I think the reason that they chose Arden Veil Heal is to have like actual tokens that they can get instead of having something like Care of the Frost Dragon or Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Whereas like those creature lands are generally going to be better for you. They're going to be better for you offensively, and I think what this deck does want is something that's more defensive in terms of their tokens. Although maybe there aren't any good like token generators that are cheap planeswalkers. Like I know there's a John. No, Johnny doesn't make tokens. Not like as a plus. Like I don't think there's many that make tokens as a plus at or below 4 mana. I guess I could look at that on my own time. I mean, I like the deck. I really do. I don't love the Agonized Remorses. Even though you lose one more life, I do think Thoughtseize are probably going to be slightly better. I mean, yeah, Kai makes sense. Vraska makes sense. I like Professor Onyx because it does seem that this deck is more spell heavy. I mean, yeah, I really do like my opponent's deck. I don't like the Concealed Courtyards at all. It's possible that my opponent is just working with what lands they have, but generally speaking, if I'm playing a slow deck, I don't like the fast lands. Yeah, I mean, I like the Scattered Groves, but don't like the Arden Veil especially if my opponent is just kind of playing the mana base that they can. I really don't like the Arden Veils in that case, because there's one plains on the board right now, right? I mean, I do like this. I might try to do something with this. Honestly, I think this deck is pretty cool. And my opponent is in Platinum playing it, so it's if they've been playing it for a while and still doing fine, it's not nothing. I liked it. You know, I do kind of complain sometimes when it comes to people playing like the exact same decks constantly. On the ladder, not in my case, playing Death and Taxes every Saturday, that's completely different. But like when they're playing like the same, you know, tournament tried decks and stuff like that. So I really want to make sure that like when I see a deck that is unique, at least from what I've played against, I really do want to point it out. And I really do like what my opponent was working with there. I don't like what I was working with here. I think the IRS is pretty bad here. No, I am not gonna say I hate Texas because I don't. I don't like paying them, but I like what they do. Let me rephrase. I like what they're meant to do. Yeah, I think that. I mean, I did try to get Trixie with Restoration Angel, and I just don't think that's the correct thing to do. I think if you're gonna go mono white, I think you do have to go with the more aggressive humans version. And I think otherwise, if you want like an actual just like kind of Death and Taxes style thing, I think you do want to go for a blue version. That said, I would probably take Spectral Adversary out and add an Intrepid Adversary. I'd probably change like Lumbering Lightshield as well. But I think just like having access to Linvala, having access to Soul Herder, which can really help you out in terms of just like getting things big. I really like. Why am I not playing Archon of Emeria in the main deck here? Probably just because I didn't have room for it. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I think overall the green version's better. I think the blue version's the best. The green version is gone. Apparently, I deleted the green version. And the red and black versions. Oh no, here's the red version. Right, I think if I recall correctly, red version is fine. There's just technically very little reason to play red. Although, I mean, if you're looking at, like, it's just the mono white deck, except you have access to, like, Bonecrusher Giant, which is stupid good, and, like, these 2 cards, which can help you out in terms of card advantage, then maybe that is better. Like, you want to play you don't want to play the blue version, you want to play something that's more close to the white version. I think technically HOA is. OSHA, then... Yeah, I mean, I'd like to Graveyard Trespasser. I do like Triumphant, but the black one, I think, is technically just there's not as much of a reason to play it. Am I just blind, or did I only get rid of the white-green one? Did I call it juicing? Did I really call this deck juicing? I called this deck juicing for some reason. Green is probably the second, because it has great sideboard options, honestly. Like, it's fantastic, probably the best splash sideboard options, if I had to say so. Sure, we don't technically have a lot in terms of, like, a bunch of things in the main deck that, like, are super cool, but Collected Company is just a broken card, and it makes the deck stupid, essentially. It just makes the deck super strong. I don't recall playing too much with Augur, but Augur generally is a good card. Death Bonnet, probably don't need, but... Yeah, no, I think for me, it's probably blue version is the general best Death and Taxes deck. If you want to go heavy on the tricks, juicing, or the green version, is the best Death and Taxes deck if you want to go more for Collected Company shenanigans, essentially. This deck is still not hate bears at all, because it just doesn't have the same hallmarks. It's closer there, but whatever. Then honestly, the red version is if you want to play the white version but need a little bit more gas. Then the white version, maybe the white version just needs equipment. I think I might have to figure out how to make that work in a mono white build. And then the black version, like, has very little reason to exist in my eyes right now. When you compare it to these 3, right? I think that the black version gives very little, and even though, like, these other splashes don't make up a large like, the splash colors don't make up a large percent of any of the decks, but I still think what they do add definitely helps all of the like, different aspects of weaknesses of Death and Taxes, like Prime. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with that discussion. Anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you find links in the description down below. I just picked up my medication today. All in all, it cost me nearly $50. And soon, I won't be on my insurance from the university. So that's going to skyrocket to probably about $100. Ah, shit. Yeah, so if you can and would like to support, links in the description. Do, of course, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, all will be one.